Feels a bit like summer already. Look at how green things are. There are quite a few things in bloom along the parkway now, including this one, which is lyre leaf sage. The blackberries are starting to bloom now. At least I assume these are blackberries. The Canada mayflowers are now in bloom. A lot of that golden ragwort has gone to seed now. The cinquefoil is still blooming out here. There's plenty of them around. The trilliums are pretty much done. So you can still see the leaves, but the flowers are gone. Lots of bugs out here today. That's a little hoverfly. Some trees bloom early and some later. This is striped maple. I've been walking into a lot of spider webs this morning. They've been building their webs all across the trail here. This is an orchard orb weaver. You see these quite frequently around here in the woods. And you can tell by this orange pattern on the belly of the spider. And here we've got possibly the last of the yellow violets in bloom. Most of these have gone to seed, so we can see the seed pods on these plants. An itsy bitsy spider in the Christmas fern. The Christmas fern is starting to make its sporangia. So you see the coverings on there called indusia, and then the sporangia that are sitting underneath those. It's starting to look very much like summer out there. All green now. Now the canopy here in the forest has also greened up quite a bit. The jewelweed is getting taller. Here we've got a harvestman, or some people call them daddy longlegs. You can see why. We still have some mayapple blossoms here. Some of the mayapples are now done blooming, and they're starting to make fruits. The fairy bells are done blooming, and they're setting fruits now too. The wild geranium is still going strong here. The sweet cicely is also still going strong. Now some of the sweet Cicely is also already making seed pods. Lots of lilies coming up here. Not sure yet which one this is, but I'm guessing Turk's cap. We have Solomon seal budding here. So unlike in Solomon's plume and Solomon's seal, the flowers are actually hanging underneath the leaves. The Solomon's plume is now blooming. Now close up like this, you can see the similarity to the Mayflowers. The shrubs are getting ready to bloom. So here we have wild hydrangea making flower buds. Little jumping spider. Here we've got another sedge in bloom. Now I saw these last week budding, but now they're actually in bloom. So that looks like lyre leaf sage. And here we've got the first summer bluet in bloom. So here it looks like we've got some smilax with flowers. This appears to be World Loosestrife coming up. Another plant with whorled leaves, and typically 4 in a ring around the stem. So here we have a vine starting to bloom. It might be bindweed. It has been a wet week, which is great for mushrooms. I have no idea what this is. I'm not a mushroom person, but it was just too cute to pass up. Now here we've got a phenomenon called guttation. This is when plants need to get rid of excess water. For example, after heavy rain, when the soil is waterlogged, and they press out these water drops through glands on the edges of the leaves. So those are not dewdrops, they're actually coming from inside the plant tissue. And the plant actively expresses that water to get rid of it. We have some foliage coming up here for the summer bloomers. I believe that might be cutleaf coneflower. So here we've got another type of meadow rue coming up. This is one of the later blooming species.